Hey there, Andy White here from recruitmentmarketinginternational.com. We help launch, grow and scale recruitment search businesses with the owner, with the director, and we take you either from startup to 250k to seven figures and seven figures plus, or you're a larger business looking to actually make more profit. So whether reduce team from 30 down to 10, but actually double the profit, that type of thing is what we've been doing now for over a decade. You can find us at recruitmentmarketinginternational.com. So what I want to discuss today is 7 KPIs, so key performance indicators. So these are 7 key metrics that you should always be thinking about in your business. So these 7 combined with 6 drivers are pretty much the helicopter view of success or failure in your recruitment search business. So first off, the other 6, your recruitment search business breaks down to 3 steps. Number 1 is you bring the leads in. So that leads means either the client lead or the candidate lead. So that means a client in your inbox with a yes, we're hiring, yes, we like you, yes, we want to speak. Or the candidate is yes, I like that role, yes, I booked into your diary, yes, let's speak, or one of those variables. That's number 1, the lead. Number 2, conversion. So we convert the client from, right, we've had the inbound thing happen, now they sign terms and conditions, or it's the candidate saying, yes, I want you to represent me. That type of thing. And number 3, we deliver the candidate. So the candidate's been delivered to the client. We've got past guarantee period. If we do our job correctly, that 1 placement should become 2, 3, 4, 5 placements with that client. We should know that that client will be placing 15 people in the next 12 months. That should be our 15 people. So 1, 2, 3 steps, okay? Those are your first 6 variables. Andy, you said 3. Leads, conversion, delivery. Yes. Each step, there is an increase in volume or there's an increase in conversion. So each of those steps, you either increase the number of leads or increase the number of conversion opportunities, etc. Or you increase the conversion or increase the conversion of the leads. So what I mean by is we 10x the leads coming in, volume, or we 10x the conversion of the leads, i.e. they're qualified. So increase volume, increase conversion. That's how you take steps 1, 2, and 3. Leads, conversion, delivery, increase the volume, increase conversion. That's it. 6 variables. Next, we've got 7 KPIs that every single month you should be shutting down on day 30, day 31. Not on the first, end of that day, it's done at midnight. So the first variable is this. How many client leads this month did I get? That's the first KPI, the first key performance indicator. How many client leads did I get this month? Second is, how many candidates did I get this month? Qualified candidates did I get this month? So in step 1, how many did I get in this month in step 1? Now both of those then detailed, we dig down into how many conversions, sales calls do I have, or how many candidates do I have that say, yes, I want to be placed. So that's your first 2, client leads and candidates per month. Number 3, placements per month. So how many placements do we actually get across the line and pay for this month? We got 10, we got 20, we got 1, we got none. What was the revenue this month? What was the revenues month? So clients, candidates, placements, revenue. First 4. Now I move into the right stuff. What was the margin? What was our real profit? That's number 5. Number 5. Now for me, these are 2 of the most important. They may or may not be for you. I didn't get this years ago. Now I get it. So number 6 is, how many genius days did you have? How many genius days did you have? Now this is a word I got from at least 2 masterminds I used to go to in the USA pre-COVID. Now I've paid a fortune for my education over the years, hundreds of thousands. How many genius days did you have? And what that means is, how many days did you have out of the business? So it could be 2 hours, it could be a Monday, whereby you're really thinking strategically about changing your business. How many of those days did you have this month? So not being in it, firefighting, killing yourself, putting the kids to bed, sending a few emails. How many days did you actually take out and say, right, going to be strategic? Or I'm going to do this one activity. So for example, we create something called a client attainment system. I spoke to a member last week. This member has created a client attainment system, which essentially starts off as a 8 to 12 page PDF. There are 2 modules that you follow. There are 2 lots of 2 hours. We've got 6, 7 examples that you model, not exactly copy. Then we've got other sessions whereby you review it, then I review it for you personally as well. So we take it from being 70% to 80%, 90%, 100%. What this does, it overcomes all the objections before you speak to a client. So when you speak to a client, there are no objections. Now, the first few times you run it, there'll be an objection you never thought of. Do you cover this in Hong Kong? Shit, yeah, we do, but it's not in there. Right, we add it in there. So they do have the client attainment system. So getting these things created is what you do on a Genius Day. So this member, personally, is doing 1 million a year. And this is part of that process. He's got a 3-step process, MPC, CAS, and he's got a conversion process. But now he's got 4 team members mirroring the same. So this is potentially now a £5 million business. And it started off with around about 300k business. So Genius Days is where you do the stuff that I give you to do. And then we've got days off. Now, I never got this. When I was young, I was the guy who would come in from a bar club at 2 a.m. and then be at Nomura, Japanese investment bank. This is when I'm early 20s. And I'd be on site at 7 a.m. and I'd do a 12-hour day, 14-hour day, then go out and repeat the same thing. I was a young kid in London working for one of the biggest investment banks in the world at the time. From a small town, where at my depth. But days off I didn't get. Sleeps for losers. Days off are for losers. Now I get it. If you're under 30, you may not get this. If you're 30 to 40, you may be starting to get it. For me, I didn't get it till I was 40-ish. Now I get it. It's because these days off are when you have your best ideas. These days off are when you really get, if I give you a strategy, say, right, this is your next 90 days, bam, bam, bam. And there may be, yeah, but why? Well, watch this hot seat where a member shares how they use the same strategy and did 500k from running this 5 times. Okay, Andy, I get it. But, no, don't but, do it. Come back to me in metrics. I'll check your metrics. I'll tell you what to change. Then we can have a conversation around but do it first. Execute. It works. It's worked hundreds of times. Look. So days off are where we start to reflect and we recharge. And as an entrepreneur, I don't know your journey. But what I do know as an entrepreneur, it is 10 times tougher than what we were ever told it was going to be. Fortunately, I started being an entrepreneur while I was in a job paying me 4 figures a day. So I was in a job as a young man, and I come home and I bought this course by a guy called Jim from the United States about how to build websites. This is 15 years ago. But I started the entrepreneurial journey while I was actually working at night time. If you're now running a business, you get the stress, you get the being short of your spouse. You need days off to reflect, recharge. It might be 1 day, it might be 2 days, it might be 3 days a week, but you need those days off. So when we talk about KPIs, those are the 7 KPIs, along with the 6 drivers of your business. Those 13 figures, if you share those 13 figures with me, I'll be able to, well, the first 6 figures, I'll know where you're going to be in a year's time. Combine it with those, got a pretty good understanding. So with that said, these KPIs are driven by KPAs, key performance actions. And what I've seen over the years is the owner who takes each 30 days seriously. So under 30 days, the month is done. The 90-day plan is done on day 90, not day 91, 92. It's end of day 90, midnight. It's done like a sledgehammer. If you take these seriously, you'll be hard on yourself. And when you're hard on yourself, you can start to take action you think you can take. And it's all based on empirical evidence. So these KPIs drive your business. And then you can say, well, Andy, yeah, it's different, but that's on you. Your bank balance is your bank balance. Your relationship with your spouse is your relationship with your spouse. I've made every mistake you can ever imagine of hiring VAs in relationships where I've messed up businesses and have got things completely wrong. Been through everything you can imagine. But what I do know is these 13 drivers and these KPIs are your success driver. So with that said, I wish you every piece of good outcome in your business. I said luck on a previous video, labor under correct knowledge. But luck doesn't pay your mortgage. Luck doesn't pay for your second home on the lake. KPIs fill your bank. Placing very good candidates to the best quality clients give you that outcome, give you that fee. And that comes from these KPIs. So with that said, if this resonates, go and check us out at recruitmentmarketinternational.com. Go and check out on YouTube. Go onto iTunes. Have a listen. If this resonates right now, if you're serious, Go to that website, click on Meet, book a call, fill out the questions, and if it looks a fit on paper, we'll jump on a call. My job is to help business go from either start to 250 to a million to multiples, or bigger, then come down in terms of team size, but make a much bigger profit. But you need to be serious about where you are and accept either things need to change or they don't. I'm only willing to help and work with people who want to change. I put my gut into this, and I expect the member to say, right, this is now game time. If that's you and you're serious, not in a stressful way, but it's like, right, this is my year. Now we're doing it. Darling, this is our year now, but you're going to follow through. Head there, we'll speak, and I wish you every good outcome you can imagine. So with that, stay strong.